Oh, Esteban, what you been eating, man? Like lard every morning?
Okay, here's the deal. Today's freezing cold. It is December 9th, and I'm on my way to go get a DEXA scan to really figure out exactly where I am. Hopefully I'll be able to get a resting metabolic rate done too. I'm not sure if I will. I didn't really schedule one, but they said it only takes like 15 minutes. So fingers crossed on that. Right now I'm heading to the store to go get some glucose strips because I just want to do a baseline test. I'm gonna do a glucose, and I got the Keto Mojo ketone meter. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, even though I don't think I'm gonna register anything, but that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go. So I just went in Walmart, obviously, and I picked up a bunch of stuff. Let me show you what I got here. It was $24, so just say $25, and this is what I picked up. I picked up a new glucose meter. It was like 10 bucks. I went ahead and got these disinfectant wipes, just the kind of alcohol wipes. $1. Went ahead and got those because $1. 50 glucose test strips and 50 lancets. So I got a ton of stuff for $25. Unfortunately, keto testing is not quite as inexpensive yet, but this is what I did get for ketone testing. Saw this on Goody Beats vlog. This is the Keto Mojo kit. I got, I want to say it's 10 test strips. Go ahead and pull it out here. Comes with a little carrying case and everything you need to get started. You got the meter, 10 strips, a lancet device, and very important, apparently, is this little thing here. This is your coding device. It tells your ketone meter what set of strips you have, so it calibrates to that. Not sure how it works, but nonetheless, keep that, don't throw it away. All right, here's the setup. I got the lancet, got the alcohol wipe, Keto Mojo with ketone strip already, and rely on Prime with glucose meter stripping in the ready. So let's get this going. All right, first I got to get a little bit of blood. You just twist that off the top of this nail. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll do it on this finger. And just push it. I'm gonna slide this into the top of the meter, like that. Comes on. It's checking for the strip. It's asking for some blood. Countdown starting. Low ketones, just like I thought, no problem. Cool. Now we're gonna get the blood glucose. This little square part goes in the meter. Meter comes on. It's asking for some blood. This one might be a little easier to see. Go ahead and touch that to that drop. It sucks it up like a straw. And we wait. Wow. Oh, I thought that said 150. Still, 120 is pretty high. Last thing I ate last night was caramel M&Ms. So anyway, 120. That's higher than I thought. I was hoping to get in the like 110 to 100 range. So starting December 9th, fasted or overnight fasted, blood glucose of 120, low ketones as suspected. Nice baseline. Now we're gonna go get that DEXA scan. Quick background on this before I get started. This is what's going to happen next. I'm about to do the basal metabolic rate test to find out how many calories it is I burn at rest. Basically, if I didn't get out of bed, how many calories would I burn just existing in a day? I wanted to do this so I can figure out how many calories I should be eating to start slowly losing weight without slowing down my metabolism. That's a very important thing. You don't want to eat too much of a deficit because your body's going to think you're starving, and then you're just gonna slow your metabolism down. Also, this is going to help me figure out how efficiently I burn carbs or fats. I wanted to do this as a baseline because I'm eating a standard American diet and wanted to verify I'm burning carbs, and do it again later once I'm keto adapted. So JD's gonna hook me up with a heart rate monitor just to monitor my heart rate. I'm gonna have a little plug thing over my nose, breathing through a tube for about 15 minutes, and it's gonna monitor the oxygen and carbon dioxide going in and out to figure out how much I'm actually burning. Okay. JD's been super awesome to this point. He's super down for filming and documenting all of this stuff. What I'm doing next is I'm gonna do a DEXA scan. So I'm basically just gonna lay on the table, scan's gonna pass over me, analyze where the fat is in my body, and give me some super accurate measurements. So check it out.
Hey, how you doing? I'm JD. I'm your friendly neighborhood body composition specialist, and we're here with Esteban today. We just performed the DEXA scan on him. This will give us his baseline of how much body fat he has, how much lean muscle tissues, as well as his bone density, his bone health, rather. It will also measure his visceral fat, which is the fat around his organs. We call that the silent killer because a lot of times, you know, the way that we eat, we accumulate all this visceral fat around our organs, and before we know it, you know, we have diabetes or we have heart disease and such. So we're gonna see where he's at today. Let's get started here. Let's see here, Esteban. So today you had 33.6% body fat. Granted, this is you know, up to 98% accuracy, so we can rely on that. On my scale, you're about 197.9 pounds,
Cool.
or 198 pounds. 66 pounds of that is fat. 125 pounds of that is lean tissue. 6.4 pounds is your bone weight. Now this is the little bad boy that I didn't want to see, because this is your visceral fat, which is 3.5 pounds, which is pretty high. Oh my gosh, and considering you're only 33%, now I've seen individuals who's 33% body fat but have virtually no visceral fat.
Okay.
So that just means that they're eating like in abundance, but they are eating like healthier ingredients as well. So okay, Android, that's where most male hold the most, at almost 46% there. That's your midsection, by the way.
Gotcha.
Gyno, that's your hips, so about 33% there, and then that's that total average once again. Okay, that's the amount of belly fat you actually have, almost 7 pounds there. Okay?
All right.
And then that visceral fat, right?
And that visceral fat's the organ fat, basically.
That's the organ fat.
Gotcha.
That's the bad
Gotta
fat.
knock that one out.
Yeah, that's worse than your actual subcutaneous fat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're in here, man, because it could get up there. Actually, a while back, they had a gentleman come in, and he was actually on about 30%, but his... Okay, next page is your bone health. Okay, so these are your bone densities, which we're not going to go into too much, but this little T-score is pretty much a summary of your bone health, and anything over 0.0 is considered normal. Okay, so it's comparing you to like a young, healthy adult.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is you right here, and anything in the green is still considered normal. However, for your age and your frame, I was hoping it could be like at least 1.5 to 2.
And you said this is the bone density?
That's your bone density. Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of like a bone density summary.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So to me, that's
A little low.
pretty low. Okay. But it doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. So through your nutrition, supplementation such as calcium and resistance training, you can build up the bone density. All right, so this is your RMR report, resting metabolic rate report. So at rest, you're burning almost 2,000 calories. Actually, 2,000 calories. So if you were to lie in bed all day long, you'd be burning that much, right? So you definitely don't want to eat below that number, at least for an extended period of time, because that's what's going to happen. Because your body requires 2,000 calories just to stay alive.
Exactly.
Anything below that,
it's
going to be in that starvation mode eventually.
Gotcha.
It's estimated through your lifestyle, the way that you're moving around, you're burning another 600 calories. And then through your exercise, averagely, you're burning another 250 calories. So between these three numbers, it's going to give you your maintenance calories. So the maintenance calories just means that if you were to eat 2,800 calories, you won't gain or lose a pound.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So basically, I'm trying to stay somewhere between those.
A very good estimate. Between these two guys, you'll be considered a deficit.
Gotcha.
And a good rule of thumb is to eat kind of like right in the middle of it, or start right in the middle of it, and then work your way down or up accordingly. Okay. We'll get back to those targeted calories in just a moment. Down here shows the speed of your metabolism, and I was so right now you have a very normal metabolism. Okay, which could be increased through your nutrition as well. Okay, and then finally this little RER number of 0.98, that will tell us whether you can burn your fats or your carbs better in your current diet. And actually I can tell you right now, anything in those 0.9s, 0.98 right here, you can burn your carbohydrates at about a 94% rate, but your fats not so well.
Gotcha.
So that just means this is the way that your body likes to break down this food. Okay, so you could get back on that keto diet, but I don't really recommend that. Just going straight into the keto, because your body loves carbs right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay? So I would probably do maybe half and half, and then maybe work your way towards the keto eventually.
Actually, what I found the keto reset diet Mark Sisson has, and it's like a 21-day deal. Okay. And in between, you do little kind of like midterm exam things, and you kind of see how your body's reacting, if it's more fat adapted, if you can go longer without. If you basically kind of one of the test things is like if you fine. You can wait until like 1 to eat lunch or a meal at all.
Gotcha.
And you notice your
Intermittent
body's,
fasting.
yeah, exactly. So you know that your body's kind of, you know, running off fats and you're not so
Okay.
carb, you know.
Okay. Well, you definitely have a game plan going.
Okay, wow. That was really cool. Like I told him, I love to geek out on numbers, and that was awesome. Nice, you know, just total rundown of my body composition, metabolic rate, how many calories I burn in a day. That was pretty interesting for me to see that I burn 2,000 calories if I just lay in bed. That's pretty cool. So I'm anxious to see how that works once I start exercising more. How much is that going to increase? Visceral fat, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. That's something that I wanted to know, because the whole point of this journey is to get healthier. The whole point of it is to avoid diseases. The whole point of it is to really try to help future generations, try to help other people. When I say future generations, I'm talking about my kids specifically, potentially even my parents and grandparents. Maybe there's something I can learn through this that helps us. One thing I thought was a little interesting, I didn't not expect it, was that he was just a tiny bit against the high-fat diet. I can understand that. Dude is super fit. Like he said, he's 145. He's about my height. He said he's about 8% body fat, and he eats carbs. He's a carb-fueled athlete, and that's perfectly okay. And I completely understand his point of view. So, been there before, but this is an experiment, and I really want to see if the benefits that I saw, feeling less inflammation, feeling well, less inflammation, especially through my sinuses. So I just want to see if the benefits that I've heard about, the benefits that I felt in the previous times, are really going to pan out again, and if I'm going to stick with keto for long term. I'd love to do another DEXA scan. I will do another DEXA scan and really see if that visceral fat level goes down once I start eating fat, because that is really going to be a key marker. I already did my typical blood work at the doctor. I know my cholesterol is good. I know my glucose A1C is good. I know where my baseline is. So I'm super stoked about having all these baseline numbers, and I want to go back again. JD was freaking awesome. Definitely going back. I want to get my VO2 max measured, so that way I have a good baseline on my cardio. And I think that's it for this one. So hopefully you got lots of good baseline info on what's going on, and I will catch up with you very soon to discuss diet. So that is the next one. If you like this video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up. I appreciate it very much. If you got any comments, questions, concerns about this journey, about this vlog, about anything that was mentioned, hit me up in the comments below. I will read everyone and reply to everyone if need be. That's it, man. So that's me signing off. I will see you very, very soon on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.